We are all redeemable due to our capacity to feel unredeemable. One who is worthy of redemption, forgiveness, things of that nature, deep down feels that they are not worthy of redemption, forgiveness, etc. The people who, and that, let me back up a sec, that is the sole reason that you are redeemable. If you didn't feel unredeemable, in period, we are all unredeemable. We have all done horrible things. We have all done things we regret. We have all done things we wish we didn't do. And we are all unworthy. But that is what makes us worthy. Because we have the knowledge of how unforgiving or how undeserving we are of forgiveness. Now, this video isn't to go down a religious point, because as you probably know, Christianity is, that's kind of the whole thing behind Christianity, grace and forgiveness and forgive you for your sins and so on and so forth. But this isn't what this video is about. This video is about making you feel better about feeling unworthy, about feeling unredeemable, about feeling like the things that you have done are unforgivable. Because the sole fact that you feel that frees you from all burden. Because you truly regret. You truly feel bad. You truly wish things hadn't happened the way they did. That's it's the same thing as saying, a selfish person doesn't think they're selfish. If you ask for something and you say, or at least you think, you like, this is so selfish of me, that frees you from that burden. Now, this is a hard thing to objectively view from a distance, detach from your feelings and detach from your actions and detach from how you feel, how you think about yourself. But it's truly true, I believe. If you feel this type of way about former actions, present actions, actions to be taken in the future, then you're redeemable because you feel bad. If you felt that you were deserving of redemption, if you felt that you were worthy of being worthy because of these things, then that makes you unworthy. That makes you unredeemable. So it's a slippery slope to realize that the reason you are worthy, the reason that you are worthy of redemption is the reason that is because that you are aware that you are unworthy of redemption. It's hard to detach yourself from that notion and still feel unworthy of redemption. I don't know if that made sense, but I think it did. And the point seems maybe kind of trivial, but I think it's very important to remember. It's very important to remember this because it can help you forgive yourself. If you feel so very bad for something you did, and if you feel that you're not even deserving of forgiveness, you're not deserving of a second chance. That is the sole reason you are deserving of a second chance. And if someone else, if this is a situation where someone else is involved, you obviously don't have control over second chances and forgiveness completely. But if it's a situation where it's yourself, you're trying to forgive yourself for something sort of maybe you did to yourself, If you feel that badly about it, you're redeemed. And that's such a great thing. And this insight comes to us from James Hollis. Now, James Hollis is a Jungian analyst, and Jungian being Carl Jung, and he's amazing. I highly recommend his books. I think it's creating a life, the individual path. I actually have some behind me. I'll just read them for you guys if I can find them in a timely manner. It might not be timely. Oh yeah, A Life of Meaning. That's a good book. Yeah, this is a good book. Um, yeah. You can. Oh, never mind. Yeah, not timely. I have no idea where they are, but they're good books, and I highly recommend their books. And he is a very good person if you're trying to understand yourself. If you want to know yourself better, if you want to dig deep, he's a very good person to read. And if you want to live a life true to yourself, not the life other people are expecting you to live, and get the courage to live a life true to yourself, I think spending time reading his books is very beneficial. He has a he also has a podcast with Andrew Huberman. It's about 3 hours long, and that's also amazing. If you don't, if you want to get a feel for him before you read him, I'd highly recommend that podcast, and you'll get a very good idea of what his beliefs and what his books are about. But I just wanted to give credit where credit was due, because that quote comes to us from him, and he has many other great quotes. Um, yeah, it's truly a beautiful thing that the sole reason we are redeemable is because we feel unredeemable.